Search engine optimization on Amazon is one of the most underrated and underutilized facets to grow sales on Amazon. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. I like to think of myself as one of the thought leaders in the SEO world, especially as it comes to Amazon. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 tips on how to improve your SEO with actionable specifics on what to do first. So let's jump in. First things first, have 500 to 1,000 words of copy on your A+ content. So this is a new item I recently launched for Age of Sage. It's a Mother's Day gift set. And we sold more than $135,000 in goods in the first 3 weeks selling this product with a single product review. One of the keys to our success was our A+ content. Having in lots of copy inside of the A+ content with specific keywords is very, very helpful to getting that to work, right? So we've got keywords like Mother's Day gift set and all kinds of other keywords structurally put in to the A+ content. The second tip is very similar to the first, and that's in the A+ content. It's really important to have the alt text filled in to the pictures. So alt text is publicly facing. Amazon does claim they do not index the A+ content for SEO purposes, but we know that they do because we've put Spanish behind a single product photo's alt text and it indexed within 48 hours. So if you look at the code, and you can go on this listing or any listing of your own choosing, you can scroll down to the image alt, hit right click, inspect element. You can see here spa essential kit, basket, her, scented body scrub, and it goes on and on. Each individual photo has 100 characters of alt text that you can set that will allow you to customize some keywords, especially like misspellings and Spanish and things you wouldn't want in the front-facing copy, or maybe it's a really popular keyword and you want to have it iterated a few times in various locations. So that is tip number 2. Add 100 characters to your alt text for each individual photo. Some of you will wonder, how do I add that? So that's what I'm going to show you next. Inside of the A+ Content Manager, you go to Advertising, A+ Content Manager, click on the A+ content in question. So let's say you've already got one built. Here's a new product. We just launched this today, in fact, Mr. and Mrs. Wine Tumbler gift set inside of this nice gift set box. And so if you wanted to add alt text, you just hit Edit, and then scroll down to the image in question, hit edit on it, and you can see right here on the image keywords, right there you go. So those are the areas where you can add image alt text for your keywords. This next tip might throw you off a little bit. This is tip number 3, and that is run video ads. We have seen just tremendous uptick in the value of video ads. We've seen Amazon position these ads at the top of Amazon search, which allows you to quickly rank a product based on the keywords used in your video. And these videos don't have to be high production value. You could flip out that phone, do a 15, 30-second video, and shoot it accordingly. My 4th tip is to rotate your keywords. This is probably the most important tip in the video today. A lot of people set SEO and then forget about it. And you wouldn't spend $10,000 on a PPC campaign, but never optimize your bids or change your keywords. The same thing applies to SEO. I go in depth in many of my videos and podcasts about why it's so important to run through multiple phases of SEO. At My Amazon Guy, we have 3 phases that we talk about publicly. The first is to index for as many keywords as possible. This is when you're setting the search term field up. I'm going to do a little bit of demonstration with that right now. So I've got a new Mr. and Mrs. Tumbler product that I'm sending out and launching for a gift set. So I'm looking at a competitor product. Notice how they index for 3,900 keywords. So in phase 1, my job is to look at the competition. I'm going to export this over into Frankenstein inside of Helium 10. Big fan of Helium 10. If you want a 50% off of your first month with them, I'll put a promo code MyAmazonGuy inside of the description of this video. So in here, inside of Frankenstein, you can hit process, and this will basically take all of the top keywords and order them based on impression counts. It takes a lot of the manual effort out trying to figure this out. And so I could go word by word now. Wine, Tumbler, not sure I need men, romantic, okay. Night, couples, engagement, presents, wedding, must-haves. Don't know about that. Bride and groom, that's perfect. Items, day essentials, soon, misses, regalas. So we got Spanish, super high velocities of Spanish these days. Biggest demographic growing on Amazon is Spanish, and here's proof. We saw Spanish like literally up in the top 20 keywords. That's just proof right there. So you got like, I don't speak Spanish, but I understand this is something along the lines of anniversary and whatnot. So got champagne, Mr., Yeti cups, probably going to get rid of anything. Any trademark phrases are not safe to put in search terms. The word cups, that's not bad. Whiskey, don't know about that. Nobody's going to put whiskey in a wine tumbler here. And then we'll go through and just kind of slowly update this. Somebody that bought a cheese board would probably buy this product, but not close enough for what I'm looking for. Miss, that's good. Cup, matching, mason jar. Just kind of going through here to see what looks good. Honeymoon, toasting, that's a good one. Baskets, his, hers, travel, probably not. Do we have engagement in there? I think we do. Is there a misspelling? There is. This is a misspelling. So this is a great example of why you want to look for misspellings. Engagements, engaged, couple, box, bridal, shower, sets. And then from here, this is probably it. So if I delete everything except this, that gets me down to 234. That's pretty much what I was looking for to set my search terms. And this is actually real world. I'm actually going to use these keywords on my listing. Here's my listing in question. It's a nice little gift set. I'm going to go over to the keyword section. I just launched this day and somehow forgot to set my search term field. So doing that, a couple hours after launching, going to hit save and finish. And that will have an immediate impact. I already got a couple sales off of launching this product through PPC, which is proof that you can launch a PPC campaign and immediately get sales. I doubt this is indexing for anything quite yet, but you'll notice that we have everything ready day one with this listing. A+ is already live. That's a great way to utilize the honeymoon period on Amazon. Notice here in the product grid, we are linking to other similar products. So I have a Mr. Right and Mrs. Right that I've been selling for over 3 years, but this is the first time I'm entering into the tumbler space just due to demand. That's like where the wine glass industry is heading as it relates to Amazon. And so I've got other products. Maybe somebody prefers Mr. Right and Mrs. Right beer glass, wine glass combo. Then click this and immediately go over here and make a purchase. And notice how I've got 331 reviews on that listing. So that's going to help me out. So that's phase one of SEO. It's all about maximizing your indexing. We want to look at the keyword density of our competitors. Here's that competitor again. You can see here, we could sort this by search volume and find, okay, wedding gifts, that's got a really big search volume. I'm just curious, let's see how this is scaling. So obviously there's some, data that says oh my gosh, everybody gets married in, May, because look at the spike here. Same thing happened last year, except the biggest spike's actually in September. So I'm not a wedding expert, so I didn't know that. So maybe I'll see a biggest bump on my product here in September. So I know I'll probably want to redo my keywords probably in late July, going into that August, September other bump here. The other thing of note, though, it's really interesting. Every keyword I've been looking at in the last couple of months shows that there's massive growth on Amazon year over year. This is, think about this, right? COVID bump in 2021, right? Grew a lot of the categories. But in 2021, we're actually beating the 2020 numbers from a search term impression count. That means there's a massive opportunity to go chase these impressions. One of the most impressive keywords that I looked at recently was Mother's Day gift, and it was 5 million impressions during the week of Mother's Day versus less than 2 million last year and 1 million the year before that. So it's really incrementally growing right now. It's very interesting to see that. So phase one, all about indexing for as many keywords as we possibly can. I try and get to 1,000 keywords in the first 30 days. And you're just trying to spray, pray, shotgun as many of these as you can to get them out there. Phase two is about incremental indexing. So this listing right here is very mature. It's got 3,900 keywords, right? So once I get past 1,000 keywords, how do I incrementally index for more? Well, one of those ways would be to update the keywords to remove anything that's in the title and the bullet points from the search term field. And this is entering into phase two of our SEO strategy at My Amazon Guy. It's all about incremental indexing, right? So incremental indexing is going to get like a 15, 20% bump on the number of keywords you index for. We found that the best way to index for the most keywords, though, is to take a broad approach, doesn't matter what's in your title or bullets for your search term field, and put them all in there. And then in phase 2, we tailor it in. We call it the pink word update because on the back end of Amazon, these words actually show up in the search term optimizer as pink words that are duplicate, already present in your title, already present in your bullets. And they're safe to remove. And so you can choose other keywords to kind of move into that territory. Phase 2 is probably the shortest phase, easiest one to execute because it's just incremental. And then once you have 50 keywords in the top 50 ranks, I think you're ready for phase 3. Phase 3 is when you basically rule out all the rule sets of phase 1 and 2 and ignore them entirely. And in phase 3, it's all about matriculation. It's all about getting words from slot 20 through 50 up to slot 1 through 10. And so you're going to be very picky. You're going to chase 3 keywords at a time or thereabouts. And you're going to redo your title. You're going to redo your bullets. You're going to redo the A+ content, the copy, the photo alt text, the backend search terms, all of it over again, and just chase very specific keywords that you're trying to incrementally move up. The reason I say wait till you have about 50 keywords in the top 50 is because, generally speaking, if you don't have at least that many, you're not indexed for enough keywords, you don't have enough to work with to justify the hyper focus. You'd be better off indexing for more keywords before you try and go into phase 3 and matriculate some listings. The older your listing is, the more likely you're ready for phase 3. Obviously, if you're moving $100,000 a month, you're ready for phase 3 a lot quicker, those sort of things. So that's my SEO tip number 4. Always be rotating your search terms. Don't stop with the search term field. Redo the A+ content copy and alt text and title. Continually rotate those around. And it's okay to do that once every 30 to 90 days. It really depends. There are a lot of variables here. So some clients, we do them a lot quicker. Others, we do a little bit slower because we're waiting for some of that data to come in. And if you do it too often, you won't get the best bang for the buck. But if you don't do it often enough and you're just setting and forgetting it, you're obviously missing the boat entirely. SEO tip number 5. Avoid gamification strategies, external traffic, search, find, buy, anything that you think you can game the system to expedite your keyword rankings on Amazon is generally a high risk profile. And I don't recommend doing those activities. At My Amazon Guy, we tend to play the safer road where it's long-term growth and vision, none of those shortcuts, because shortcuts always end up in dead ends eventually. So be careful out there. Don't run things that rebate, programs and search, find, buy. The more mature your account is, the less likely it's worth doing those programs. Now, there's going to be hundreds of people in the comment section that are going to be like, yeah, I've run this program, never had a problem. And that's true. Many people haven't. But I've seen the reverse of that with dozens and dozens of people coming to me and talking to me about all the challenges that they've had and being de-indexed. And frequently, the common trend has been that they ran search, find, buy, or a rebate program, and Amazon is de-emphasizing, deprioritizing, and de-ranking products tends to be from those types of opportunities. One of my favorite things to do for my clients at My Amazon Guy is help alleviate their burdens so they can go out and do other things in their life. One example is one of our clients, Supernaturals Health, and we allowed them to be on the beach while we do some of the dirty lifting on Amazon. Here's his testimonial.
Hello, my name is Jeff Berge. I am the CEO of Supernaturals Health, and I am the founder of our revolutionary digestive aid called IB Solution. We started working with My Amazon Guy indirectly around 2 years ago, and then exclusively around 1 year ago. And in that time, our company has grown significantly. Our Amazon presence has improved tenfold, and the staff is incredible. They get things done. Any kind of problems you have with Amazon, they are on it. So yeah, I give the highest marks, however many stars. That's what I give to My Amazon Guy.
Those are my 5 SEO tips. I have more than 30 videos on SEO. Check out this playlist here on all things SEO. I think you'll find it very fascinating to read and listen. Did a really long series where I go in depth on my 3 phases of SEO. Over 4 hours of content on this when I was on the Ad Badger podcast with Michael Erickson. What a great guy. Great system and opportunity there as well. So feel free to listen to that. It'll be game changing for you. You'll never hear about SEO the same way from any other source on the internet. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy.